Alright, let's do it. There we go. Oh, she made it to the other side. I didn't want that. I wanted her to fall down there. Well, that's alright. Anyways, hey, kiddos, welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. I'm jumping on a cliff real quick because I'm trying to find Daniel. There he is. Alright, sick. Oh, and there's her. What's going on, Walking Cloud?
Katubiu.
Do you have any family?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe. When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened. Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it.
Alright. Well, let me see what that's all about.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece. What do you want to know, exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I. Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her 3rd child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it. What? I did. Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with new Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white-leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now. To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now? I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Oh, hi. You're right here.
Katubiu. What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me. How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows. Arrogant. Yes. I thought Daniel respected me, saw the Sorrows as his equals. But he manipulates us for his own ends. About Daniel? I don't yet know. But I am a woman of the Sorrows, and I will have restitution for my husband. Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
I feel like maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Okay, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to lie to her and then I'm going to say something negative to Follow's Chalk. And that's going to be non-canon. Because you could evacuate Zion and then you can attack and save Zion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to evacuate first and then I'm going to attack. Because attacking is what I consider to be canon.
Katubiu.
Alright. Lie.
This is true? You spoke to him? Oh, that is a relief. Gracias, Nane.
Oh, lost
Then
karma.
I will look forward to our next speaking.
Okay. And then we go all the way to Follows Chalk. And we talk to him. There he is.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that. Yeah? What did he say? Oh. Well, I guess that's about what I could expect from him. I'd like a minute alone to think about this. Thank me.
I lost karma there too. Alright. And now we can go ahead and do the non-canon ending, quote unquote. There we go. There he is.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
I think that we are going to leave Zion.
It may be. I hope it is. To tell the truth, if something goes wrong, more Sorrows could die in the escape than in Joshua's proposed attack. Even knowing that, it's a risk I have to take. With your help and Joshua's, even if we're attacked, we can defend the Sorrows and escape. We'll be traveling at night in small groups, across the valley. With luck, the Whitelegs won't know what's happened until the next morning. But if the Whitelegs realize what's happening, Joshua and I will need you to help us escape. Don't hold back. I promise you, the Whitelegs won't. Once our path is clear, I'll give you everything you need to get back to the Mojave. But the Pine Creek Tunnel must be collapsed behind us. It's the only way to delay the Whitelegs' pursuit long enough for us to get a head start. Good luck, and may God be with us.
All right. Yep, here we go. We're going to evacuate Zion.
Daniel must have made it to the tunnel by now. But there are Sorrows all over the valley. We have to help them and get Daniel out of here. Right.
Oh, and there's me failing all of my quests. Retake the bridge. Ooh. Yeah, we can do that. I can't teleport, but yeah, we can do that. Add my rebreather. Just because I like the idea of swimming underwater. Wait, don't I have something for this? There we go. Ah, shit. That's above us. There we go.
That's it.
Yeah, hold on, fellas. Stay right there. Okay, I need 8 health, 60 health. What the hell? Dude shot the shit out of me. Alright, there we go. Now we're doing better. I threw on the desert armor because it's got a 22 DT. So that means I'll take a lot less damage. Big attack, bitches! Thing sucks. Oh shit.
Take it.
Ooh shit. Son of a bitch. Okay, steady. There we go. Okay. Now what? Gotta heal up. This place is gonna get crazy. There we go. I'm actually surprised. It's a wee bit boring. Just a wee bit. I was expecting there to be more war, I guess you can call it. Where's that gone?
Fine, if that's your style. Natural. No thanks. No thanks.
Oh, okay. I can't open his inventory. Interesting. I'm climbing on every rock but the one I need to be. Sun Sentinels. Interesting. I feel like Zion's super cool in terms of like location, but there's just not enough going on for it to like keep your attention. Tells a cool story, but it's not helping my ADHD. It's really not. What house is this? Fishing lodge. What do we got going on here?
You friend the Soros, yes? Together we smash white legs that defile holy places, yes? Because you're a friend to Soros? Very well. We go. Angry Ghost will do for white legs.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, sure, why not? Get away from me! Thanks. Why would you do that to me? Alright, what else we got? When did you get tomahawks? I mean, no, that's okay. I like tomahawks too, but still, like, what the fuck? When did you get them? Oh, right. Should probably be on land for that. I like how there's a cable keeping it tied together. That's actually kind of funny. I like that. It's a pipe with a rock that has It's tied together by cords. Pop steady. There we go. I just gotta find the way back up there. Ah. Alright, there we go. I made it. There's gonna be a lot of cuts in this, probably. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully not. That dude's still on fire. Imagine being killed and your body just infinitely burns. I wish they at least had, like, music or something going over this. That'd be nice. Just something to listen to. Oh, right in the femur. These guys don't bring fucking heals? There we go. You better be surrendering. No, I guess not. Oh, we gotta deal with salt upon wounds. Just saving right here. Just in case I get killed.
Foolish, Outman. You best white legs you think. By my spear you die! You mock white legs. You die now!
Oh, owie, owie, owie. Man. There we go.
Please, have you done everything you can for the sorrows? Are they all accounted for? You've done more than I could have ever hoped for. Thank you. And may God protect you for all of your days. Goodbye.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
After the Whitelegs drove the sorrows from Zion, they celebrated by destroying all traces of the valley's former inhabitants. They appealed to the Legion for assimilation, but were denied. Their failure to eradicate the New Canaanites in Grand Staircase and farther up the Colorado had not gone unnoticed. The Whitelegs made a half-hearted effort to find the New Canaanites, but were driven off by dead horses trained in the ways of Joshua Graham. The Whitelegs lost all hope of joining the Legion and disintegrated into a number of petty raiding bands, leaving Zion Valley a polluted cistern.
Daniel succeeded in leading the sorrows out of Zion, as he had wanted to do from the start. The courier protected the sorrows during the evacuation, ensuring that most reached their destination unharmed. Over the weeks and months to come, Daniel would see to the sorrows' resettlement in Grand Staircase. Their adjustment to their new home was not without difficulty, but eventually, the sorrows came to accept the loss of Zion.
Having helped Daniel and the sorrows escape from Zion, the dead horses returned to their home at Dead Horse Point. The tribe continued to learn from the New Canaanites, and over many years built a flourishing community along the banks of the Colorado. Though the tribe's bond would endure, it was Joshua Graham's legend the dead horses would revere, not the tenets of New Canaan's faith.
Already weakened by several seasons of bad trading, the Happy Trails Caravan Company was initially discouraged by the results of its expedition. The fate of New Canaan and the evacuation of the sorrows from Zion made the prospect of trading seem fruitless. When Daniel told his family about the exploits of Happy Trails employee the courier, however, New Canaan decided to repay the company's kindness. Twice per year, New Canaanites made the dangerous journey west to trade with the company in the city of New Reno. The Happy Trails Caravan Company could not survive on such trading alone, but the New Canaanites' generosity made tough times go easier.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided the big cities of the Mojave Wasteland and NCR were best left unexplored. Though he sometimes dreamed of distant lands, he continued to support his family at Dead Horse Point, and eventually, his wanderlust faded.
Waking Cloud turned bitter and resentful toward Daniel and the New Canaanites when she learned her husband's death had been concealed from her. She poisoned some of her tribe against New Canaanite teachings, making relations between the groups difficult from time to time.
After leading the sorrows from their home in Zion to safety in Grand Staircase, Daniel continued to wonder if he'd made the right choice. He spent his life evangelizing the beliefs of his people to a new generation of young men and women, as his ancestors had for centuries before him. He was happy with his family. But for the rest of his life, there were nights when he awoke with sadness to find he had been dreaming of Zion.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. What about the burned boy? No, I'm not done yet. That's not the canon ending. You can go back. Alright, there we go.
Katubiu. What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me. How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows. Perhaps I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
Yep. Now we get to figure out what happens when we talk to Dead Horse Boy, and then we get him to go out and explore the world. I'm gonna see what he thinks. I'm gonna let him make the choice.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that. Yeah? What did he say? He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice? Really? You think so? Whew! I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankni, Akis, I never would have had the grounds to ask him myself.
Nice.
What can I tell you?
Alright. And then we can do what we gotta do. And we'll do the Attack Zion ending. And we'll have a good time. Alright.
Unless you and Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
No, we should attack the White Legs.
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the White Legs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying. I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told him I would.
You know what's crazy? Even in this ending, I'm gonna spare Salt Upon Wounds. In the last ending, no. Definitely not.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the White Legs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the White Legs leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the White Legs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination. God be with you.
Fuck yeah, brother. Alright. Are there any optional side quests for this mission? Or no? Nope. Just this. Okay, I'm gonna take this shit off. And then I'm gonna throw this on. Alright. And now we gotta do some shit. I'm not really good at I don't know. I need to stop trying to explain myself and just do it. Oh! Am I even hitting that fucking dude? Yeah, say your bullshit, then die. For a gun that's only got 10 bullets in it, it really fucking works, doesn't it? See, this is what I wanted. More combat. We're fighting more people. I wish I had a higher storage. I'd be able to carry so much shit. And then we would make so much money. I guess that's the point, though. No optional quests. Interesting. Hey, wait a minute. You don't get to just fucking do that. Guy just spawns in. They're literally just spawning in front of me. Also, I am thinking about it. Oh my god. As soon as I kill these guys, and after we get all our loot, I'm gonna have to walk all the way to the gun runners and all the way to the strip from this area. Ironically, it'd be faster. It would just be faster than just taking multiple trips. Here. Walk through the water. That's the best way to do it. Oh. The hell? Oh. Oh! That dude exploded. Oh! Oh! Where the hell? pain. Oh. There, that'll give me some time. You give me this. There we go. Just constantly be healing. Oh shit! I feel like this one's taking a bit longer. Or a lot longer. I don't know. I feel like someone's chasing me. That's where that's coming from. I was gonna say, I hear like an infinite, like, fire. I would have not wanted to have been that guy. I think that was the least violent death that we saw today. Ooh. Where'd this come from?
Die where you stand!
Why do they just have a fire axe if they're not going to use it? Like, if they're going to use the shish kebab, why not just use only the shish kebab? Why have I mean, I guess it makes money. I don't know. Three Marys. Oh, that's one of mine.
Good. Oladu Nane.
You know what? I want to try using one of these shish kebabs.
You can
Oh, okay. I guess we're going this way now. Three Mary's Cavern.
You can know Ninkumpami.
Fuck you, idiot! Ah! I am angry tribal man! Yeah!
With you.
Come at me, bitch!
Serving the good Lord.
Fuck yeah, Christianity! Right? Probably not. Any more? Joshua Graham has left your company. Oh. Holy shit! Why the hell am I so heavy? Did he give me every weapon he's ever picked up? Somebody was here. Not that way. Where does this go? Yeah, it goes not even close to the location I need to go. Oh, there we go. Game just glitched for a second. Okay, we need some stuff. Wait. This one. Okay, this is an issue. Running out of health. I'm so dead. Ugh. There's gotta be something I can eat. Stay away from me! Ooh, I should have brought stim. Ooh. Now I got something interesting. Killing them. The dead horses and sorrows are killing them. Die. You had a poisoned gauntlet. Death from above. There we go. It's taking a lot longer to kill people than it is to not. Fucking hell. Ah. That was all your fault. All right. Oh. There we go.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop. him hear you. You talk.
Don't listen to this thing. His cries are those of a mad beast caught in a thicket. He gave no mercy to my family, and I will give none to his. He has a debt to pay for what he's done, and I've come to collect. And so he's chosen to cower in the water like a dumb animal. I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all of them to die in fear and pain. I want to have my revenge against him, against Caesar. I want to call it my own, to make my anger God's anger, to justify the things I've done. Sometimes I tell myself that these wildfires never stop burning, but I'm the one who starts them, not God. Not them. I can always see it in my mind. The warmth and the heat. It will always be a part of me. But not today. Go. Get out of here. Go back. Back to the Great Salt Lake. That's it. It's finished. Thank you for staying with me. I couldn't have done this on my own. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
Alright. And in terms of what we do, we've got so much we could do. Explosives.
And so it was that the conflict between the new Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Demoralized by the Dead Horse and Sorrow's attack the courier and Joshua Graham led against them, the Whitelegs retreated to Great Salt Lake. Their days were numbered. Word soon reached the 80s tribe that the Whitelegs' spirit was broken, their war chief a dim shadow of his former self. By year's end, the 80s would overrun the Whitelegs' camps, scattering the tribe to the winds and claiming the Great Salt Lake for its own.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the Dead Horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. Seeing the courier convince Joshua Graham to spare salt upon wounds, the Sorrows learned that retribution could be tempered by mercy. Though he despaired at the Sorrows' loss of innocence, Daniel took some small consolation in the courier's lesson, and prayed it would take root.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the Dead Horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The new Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the new Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided that he would behold the sights and sounds of distant lands with his own eyes and ears. After returning to Dead Horse Point, he quarreled with his family and other tribe members about his ambitions. One morning, they awoke to discover that Follows Chalk had set off alone, westward, into the wilderness. He was never seen again.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the new Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
The threat of the Whitelegs ended. Joshua Graham helped the Sorrows and Dead Horses tend to their fallen comrades and secure Zion. The courier's words had stayed Joshua's wrath in his darkest hour, and in sparing salt upon wounds, he was changed. While he continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, he sometimes showed quarter to those who crossed his family. Eventually, this new spirit would diminish the myth of the burned man in distant lands. A small price for the peace it brought to Joshua Graham.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family and Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Yeah, see, as much as it sucks for Daniel, I really don't give a shit. That's what I like to do more. So, alright. We did it. We can go home now. And the first thing we're going to do... Oh, never mind. It's right there. There it is. I got scared for a second. I was like, oh, all our stuff is gone. Alright. I get to carry all this shit back to New Vegas and the Gunrunners. So I guess once we get back, I'll see you in the next one. And then we're going to do Dead Money. I hope people actually show up for that. That would be super neat and dandy and fun. But if it doesn't, well, it doesn't matter because that's one of my favorite DLCs. I love Dead Money, dude. I love doing Dead Money. It's such a good time. I love it. This part, though, is going to suck ass. Oh, never mind the weapons that we left there. Blah. Can't fast travel, unfortunately, while overcumbered. I don't have that perk yet. I need better endurance. And there we go. There's all everybody's, there's everybody's stuff. Neat. What is all the light shining in darkness? Ah. Huh. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize the walk from here to there would have been so far. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, nothing's really gonna happen anyway, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. If it's not, then I'm just gonna cut to the part where... I don't know.